Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Kitty, the introverted reader. My hair's a mess, don't look at my hair. But listen, today is finally the long awaited my year in books for 2023. I have my laptop right here. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna look at the stats. I've looked over it myself a little bit just in preparation for this, but yeah, let's get right to it. But before all that, what we must do is we must hydrate, because in 2024 we must remain hydrated. So cheers. Oh yeah, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year indeed. Where did 2023 go? Anyway, so my year in books. Now, it says here that in 2023 I read over 100 books. That is not the case. I actually read 85 books in 2023, which I'm not mad at. Like, obviously reading 100 was my goal, but I just wasn't able to reach it because there were times when I just didn't read. I just didn't feel like it. Sorry, my hair is still slightly wet, so I'm trying to keep it off my neck. But yeah, so Goodreads is not completely accurate. I read 85 books, but I'm happy. I'm happy with that because I read some really, really great books in 2023. And it's 43,326 pages read. I don't know how they were able to count that, but... And I don't even know if that's 100% accurate because... Alright, so... because... So anyway, the shortest book that I read was 187 pages, and that was Six Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent. Now, you're going to be hearing that author's name a lot, because I read a lot of her books in 2023. I read some of her books before I went on holiday, while I was away on holiday, and then obviously after I came back. Like, I think I've probably caught up on nearly every book that she has out right now. And back to what I was saying, the reason why I don't think that page count is completely accurate is because it says here, the longest book that I read was Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare, which is back here on the shelf. And Goodreads is telling me that that book is like 778 pages. That's not accurate at all, because the copy that I have here is like 670 something, so you're off by a good 100 pages or so there, my dude. But maybe some editions are different. Maybe that's just my edition. I don't know. But anyway, is Goodreads ever accurate? Like, no, I don't think so. But anyway, so that was the shortest and the longest book that I read. Both of them I thoroughly enjoyed. Six Scorched Roses was just a wee novella, but like, again, it was a fun time and I was at a slump, so... my average book length in 2023 was 428 pages. Apparently. Take all of these page count numbers with a grain of salt, because there's been numerous times when I've been reading a certain book and I go to update it on Goodreads, and Goodreads page count number is just way off. And I'm literally holding the book in my hand and I'm like, bruh, this is not right. But anyway, so now the most shelved book that I read in 2023 that a lot of people shelved was Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, which I'm not surprised by, because over 4 million people shelved it, which I'm not surprised at, because obviously with the TV show and everything coming out the end of last year, which, have you been watching? It's great. I'm so ready for the next episode tomorrow. So yeah, Percy Jackson and Lightning Thief. And again, at the risk of repeating myself, I'm going to be saying the words I reread a lot, because I reread Percy Jackson in 2023. I reread the original series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and then Heroes of Olympus. Would you want me to do, because I did a video where I reviewed and ranked all the Grishaverse books, which I'll talk about them in a wee second. But do you want me to do that with the Percyverse? Just those books anyway that I mentioned. Would you want me to do that? Let me know. And then the least shelved one was Finn Jones Was Here by Simon James Green, which is up there. You can't see the green cover up there. One of the last books I read last year, it's one of Simon's middle grade books, his newest middle grade release. And it's basically about this boy called Eric, whose best friend Finn has sadly passed away. And it's really just a story of him going through that grief and trying to fully accept that his best friend sadly isn't there physically with him anymore. And it's beautiful. If you haven't read it, you should. My average rating was 4.2 stars. I'm very generous when it comes to rating. I've just realized I think I need to be a bit more, not I don't want to say ruthless, but I feel like I just need to stop being kind when it comes to certain books and their ratings, because a lot of times I feel like giving a book a low rating, but then I end up giving it 4 stars just to be nice, and I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't just be like, no, it was good, 4 stars. Like, I can't do that anymore. Like, the highest rated on Goodreads that I read last year was Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, the novel, volume 4. And I feel like a lot of people picked that up this year. Like, a lot of people that were fans of the TV show, The Untamed. We finally got the novel that show is based on translated into English, and everybody was going gaga over it, and I'm not surprised that it's here. Oh, I'm a bit sad now. I was happy there, but I'm a bit sad because my first review of the year was Blood Mercy. But I don't want to talk about it. Like, I gave that book 5 stars. It's a fantasy romance. It's a vampire fantasy romance. I was really excited about it. And it's a 7-book series, and I read the first 4 books. First one, great. Second one, good. Not great. I give it 4.5. And then books 3 and 4. Could I even tell you anything that happened in those books? No. But I do remember feeling really, really annoyed and really sad about it because that series just went downhill. It went downhill, and I don't want to talk about it anymore because it just pisses me off. Right, so let's look at our 2023 books. Yay! All right, so I'll not list all of these off. So like I said at the start, I reread books a lot in 2023. I reread Heartstopper, the first 4 volumes, back in January 2023, because I was a dumbass and listened to a rumor that volume 5 was going to come out in February. Did it? No. But I reread them anyway. I reread Percy Jackson, like I said, for a readathon. I don't want to look at Blood Mercy anymore. Yes, I caught up on Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. I read all 5 volumes. They're just mwah. And if you can't see the shrine I have on my board over there, all like little postcards and stuff, the came with the special edition version of volume 5. I don't know if every edition had them, but I got all those and a really cute bookmark, and it was just great. Kingdom of the Wicked, we reread that in preparation for reading Kingdom of the Fear. Nearly forgot the name there. Yes, Rule of Wolves I'm seeing here. So I caught up on the Grishaverse, and I did a whole video, like I said, about like reviewing and ranking them, all my in-depth thoughts on each one upon rereading. And I'm pissed as hell that they cancelled the TV show. I was genuinely upset. Like, can we bring it back? So I will try and remember and leave that video linked down below where I talked about all the books in the Grishaverse, because I go into a lot more depth and I can't be annoyed doing that here. So yes. Oh, Blood Grace. Why did you have to go downhill? Why did book 4 have to suck? And that's not a pun, by the way. Once Upon a Broken Heart, Ballad of Never After, and then Curse for True Love. Top trilogy of the year, probably of all time. I have them behind me here. I don't know if you can see. Can you see them there? Yep, they're right there. Yes, Curse for True Love is my most anticipated release of this year. Let me see. Boy Like Me, Sam and James Green. One of the most important books I feel like I've read this year, because it's set in the 90s when Section 28 was in full effect in the UK. Young teenage boy living in that time, discovering that he's gay and forming a relationship with another boy, and just, it's beautiful. If you haven't read it, you should. I'm seeing some books that I DNF'd as well, like The Atlas Paradox, Master of One. We don't talk about the ones that we DNF'd. Better Together by Christine Riccio. Now, I read Again But Better by her, and I really, really loved it. It was so sweet and charming. But Better Together didn't have any of that. Like, just, I did not enjoy the main characters at all, because it's about these two sisters. One lives in New York, one lives in LA, because their parents split up, and neither one of them are very likable. I mean, I understand maybe that was the point that Christine wanted to, you know, portray with her characters in that one, but I ended up DNFing because it just was not good. Kingdom of the Feared, favorite favorite finale, one of my favorite finales to a trilogy. The American Roommate Experiment, I did a video on that too, like a 19-minute discussion video on it. I reread Gilded Wolves as well. We love that. Let me see. In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I have a review of that on my channel. Not my favorite TJ Klune book, I won't lie. The Blood Heir trilogy by Amelia Wen Zhao. If you have not read that trilogy, get on it. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm seeing all the Juno Dawson books that I read. So Wonderland, Stay Another Day, and Clean. I read all of those for the video projects that I've been doing as of late, where I read a favorite author's books that I hadn't read previous, like reading some of their backlists that I hadn't read before. And yes, finally caught up on those. Again, did a video all about them. Another video that I'm actually really proud of. Like the Grishaverse video and that Juno Dawson video, I'm actually really proud of, because I really did enjoy talking about those books and discussing them with you. So like, that's why we're here, because we love talking about books. I need to move my lamp because the light is just shining on me and it's making me sweat. Carissa Broadbent, Serpent in the Wings of Night, Ashes and the Star-Crossed King, and the Daughter of No Worlds trilogy, and the novella as well. They are all no. Daughter of No Worlds is its own separate story. But yeah, I read a whole bunch of her. I think I've read probably every book that she's come out with thus far. I'm just seeing all of the Percy Jackson books that I read. Let me see. Nocturna by Maya Montagnier. I read that, and spoiler alert, I finished the second book a while ago. And again, another, like, what's it called? Forgery of Magic. If you have not read the Forgery of Magic series, get on it, sis. Get on it. Let me see. Gwen and Art Are Not in Love. I wanted more out of that book. I really did. I wanted to love it, but I didn't. Daughter of No Worlds. Great series. Daughter of the Moon Goddess, again, another reread. Sun and the Star. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you have not read Sun and the Star by Uncle Rick and Marcus Shiro, read it. Read it. Dowry of Blood, one of the best books I ever read. Like, just period. Like, I have a review for it, I think. I'm gonna try and find all these videos for you guys and link them down there. If I don't, call me out. Or either in the description, or I'll pin them in a comment. Let me see. Six Scorched Roses, we're reaching the end. Throne of the Fallen, again, another 5-star. It's back there, you can't see it. Yes, and Carrie Maniscalco is going to be coming out with another standalone about one of the other demon princes, I think, this year. And I'm so excited for it. And the very last book that I read was a Carissa Broadbent book, and it was Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. And it's the start of like another little duology set within her Crimes of Nixia world. It's like it's gonna be 6 books, but they're like split into little duologies. Like we had the first duology, and then there was the novella, and then there's this one. And then I don't know if she's come out with the sequel to Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, or if there even is going to be one, but I don't know. We read Chalice of the Gods, and another one I DNF, Legends and Lattes. So sad. Another one I DNF'd, Ariadne. Just like, I had my reasons, okay? But anyway, that is my year in books for 2023. I'm really sorry if I sat here and talked your ear off, but yeah, 2023, really, really, really good reading year. I'm going to set my laptop down. But yeah, really, really good reading year. Like, I'm thoroughly happy with all the books I read. I mean, even though I did DNF some, as you do, like, you know, I just realized life's way too short to waste time on books that you don't like. So, that is the end of this video. Let me know how you did in 2023. How many books did you read? Did you reach your goal? If you didn't, that's fine. You don't need to beat yourself up about it. That's totally fine. But anyway, I will leave all of my socials down below as always. My Twitter, Instagram, and my TikTok. And subscribe if you haven't already. I hit 300 subscribers this year and I'm overwhelmed and amazed and just but anyway, thank you all so much for sticking with me in 2023 and more to come in 2024. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.